Hello everybody, this video is going to show you how to connect your Google Classroom with your Synergy Gradebook. So before you would even get to this step, you would have to make sure that you had set everything up with this Google button here. I'm already connected, and again, you would make sure that you did your settings on the settings wheel here the way we recommended to you. But once that step is done, then you are actually going to go about adding a Google Classroom that is going to sync up with and talk to your Synergy Gradebook. So they'll sync back and forth. Okay, so in order to do that, you're going to need to go to the Gradebook setup. The way I got here was, again, if I hover over Gradebook, and I click right here on this item, Gradebook Setup. This is the landing page it's going to leave me at. And to get to the Google Classroom area, I'm going to go to this button here, this tab, Class Settings. All right, so you see I have already turned on Google Classroom on some of my classes, but I'm going to connect this last one here. All right, there is, again, a handy-dandy sync all classes. You can do it all at once, and that's fine too. But I'm going to take you through the steps just so you can double check everything. So you can either hit the edit button up here that would open all of these up for editing, or if I hover and I just want to edit this one, this row here, it'll only open up this row for me. So right now you see my Google Classroom is toggled to disabled. I need to click that to toggle it on to enabled. And then after you've done that, you're going to want to expand the advanced options with this little caret here. And what you'll see is you have a place where you could enter a class code. We're not going to do that because we're going to allow Synergy to actually create our gradebook for us. And then once it does that, then we'll see what the class code is on our Google Classroom. And then you're going to probably want to leave all of these on so that it'll keep syncing up the roster, keep that up to date, obviously sync your assignments, and also sync your scores. Now here is where you would set the date for when you would want it to start syncing assignments. So again, this would probably be the first day that you're going to actually start entering assignments on your Google Classroom, or you could leave it at today's date, since it is we are in the beginning of the semester. If you're watching this video another time, you could also backdate it to the first day of the semester. Okay, so that's all you're going to do. You're not going to mess with anything else in these rows here. Just leave this as is. After you've enabled it, turned it on, you'll see everything there, and then you're going to come up to the top and click the Save button. All right, and now once I've done that, when I go over to my Google Classroom, so if I go over to Google Classroom and I go kind of to my main page, let me go to my main classes page, I should see a newly created class for myself here. All right, so you might get prompted to accept it or not, but it should show up automatically, and this is of course your class that Synergy created for you. Now we are going to change the names of these and redo the naming features the way the district is asking us to, but we'll do that at a later date. But just so you see, it did create the class and it is there for me ready to go.